Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to guide you step by step through the tutorial so you can get started easily. First, go straight ahead and turn right at the first corner. There, you'll find your first item in the game. This is a consumable item that temporarily increases your luck when you use it. In this game, enemies sometimes drop items when you defeat them. By using this item to boost your luck, you'll have a better chance of getting item drops from enemies. The next item you'll find in this first area is located behind the waterfall. There, you'll find the smooth silky stone, an item that restores your HP when used. It can also be used for the lottery system in this game, which I'll explain later in this chapter. After picking up the item, head straight to the chamber. Once you enter the chamber, you'll begin creating your character. First, enter your name, and then customize your character. And don't forget to make your character's face funny. For beginners, there are several classes you can choose from when you start the game. If you're new, I recommend choosing the Sword Warrior class because it has high strength and a larger HP pool, which makes it easier to survive in the early stages. In addition, you can choose a starting gift at the beginning of the game. I'd recommend picking the variety of cures, since it includes several healing items that can restore your HP and cure status effects like poison. After finishing your character creation, head upstairs. At the top of the stairs, you'll find a treasure chest right in front of you. Inside, you'll get a human effigy. A human effigy is an item that restores your humanity. In this game, every time you die, you lose your humanity and become hollow. By using a human effigy, you can restore your humanity and return to your human form. There's a hidden path here that you might not notice at first. Next to the bushes, there's another pathway. Follow it, and you'll see a set of giant footprints that lead you to the ogre. The ogre is a huge monster, so you might think you can't beat him yet. But don't worry, there's actually a really simple way to defeat him. Okay, his weak point is his back. When you stand behind him, he will try to stomp on you. This gives you plenty of time to attack him. So keep staying behind him and baiting his stomp. When you defeat him, you'll obtain the stone ring. The stone ring increases your poise damage, making it easier to stagger enemies when you attack them. This means your attacks are more likely to break the enemy's stance, preventing them from attacking you back. It's a very important item and will be extremely useful later in your journey. Alright, let's keep going. After leaving the house, you'll find your first bonfire. The bonfire is a place where you can restore your HP, recover your spell uses. It also works as a teleportation point, allowing you to travel between bonfires you've already discovered. Near the bonfire, you'll find some items hidden behind the object, a torch and some souls. Now we're entering the tutorial area. In this section, you'll find several tutorial messages and some weak enemies. This is a good place to practice and learn the basic mechanics of the game. Now I've picked up a dagger. A dagger is a short weapon that can be used by almost every class. But since I'm playing as a sword warrior, I can already use stronger weapons. So for now, I'm not going to use the dagger and will stick with the sword I'm using. You have two attack buttons, R1 and R2. R1 is your light attack, which is faster and uses less stamina. R2 is your heavy attack, which is slower but deals more damage. So it's important to use both depending on the situation. So, we've finally made it to the top of the area. Here, you can kick down the ladder to the ground. This creates a shortcut, so the next time you come back here, you can simply use the ladder to climb back up instead of going the long way around. Behind this ladder, you'll find the trading nest. This nest works like a lottery system. If you leave certain items here, they will be exchanged for random rewards. For example, you can leave the smooth silky stone that you picked up earlier in your journey. By trading it here, you have a chance to get something better in return. This part of the tutorial is for practicing jumps. By default, the jump action is assigned to the L3 button. To jump, you need to press L3 while dashing, which allows you to clear gaps like this. Here you'll find an item that restores a small number of spell uses. Next, you can practice performing a plunging attack. In this game, you can press the attack button while falling to deal damage to an enemy. This type of attack can sometimes deal much more damage than a normal attack. I failed to hit him this time, but that's how plunging attacks work. What you found here is a cracked red eye orb. This item allows you to invade another player's world. It's mainly used for PvP, so you can challenge other players in combat. Alright, at this point, we've completed the tutorial area. There's another path here that you'll be able to explore later in the game, but for now, you can't progress any further. So, it's time to leave the tutorial area and head to Majula, the main hub of the game. In Majula, you can pick up items, buy equipment, and talk to NPCs to prepare for your journey. The first item you can pick up here in Majula is a Divine Blessing. A Divine Blessing is a special item that fully restores your HP and cures all status effects. It's a very valuable item, so try to save it for difficult situations. Next, we're heading to the edge of the cliff. When you get there, you'll find a spot where you can carefully drop down. By going down here, you can pick up some extra items, including weapons and a catalyst for cleric builds. But for now, since I'm playing as a sword warrior, those weapons aren't very useful for me. You can also pick up a pair of binoculars here. They're useful for looking at things in the distance and scouting areas ahead. She is the Fire Keeper and one of the most important characters in the game. She allows you to level up by spending your souls. By using souls, you can increase your stats and become stronger as you progress through the game. She gives you the Estus Flask, which is your main healing item. Using the Estus Flask restores your HP, and it can be refilled by resting at a bonfire. You'll be using this flask over and over throughout your journey, so it's one of the most important items in the game. Next, head upstairs, and you'll find a man sitting on the ground. This character will tell you more about the world and its story. He can also teach you gestures, let you join certain covenants, and give you some useful items. When you take a closer look at the wall, you'll find a message showing how many players have died in this game. It displays the total number of player deaths, which is a pretty interesting feature. I'm equipping the blue seal that was given to me by that guy. This ring increases your maximum HP by 3%. Okay, I'm going to run through this area and pick up some items. Here, you can find a life gem and some souls. Next, you'll meet another man sitting on the ground. He's a blacksmith, and he can reinforce and upgrade your weapons. But for now, you can't really use his services yet, so there's not much you can do with him at this point. Here, you can pick up a homeward bone. A homeward bone is a consumable item that lets you return to the last bonfire you rested at. The Company of Champions is another covenant you can join at the beginning. But be careful, I don't recommend joining this covenant, especially if you're a beginner. Joining this covenant makes enemies stronger and increases the difficulty of the game, which can make your journey much harder. A Titanite shard is a material used to upgrade your weapons. If you give it to the blacksmith, he can reinforce your weapon. If you attack the well, an item will appear for you to pick up. The item is an Estus flask shard, which increases the number of uses for your Estus flask. I wouldn't recommend attacking the small pigs over there, especially if you're a beginner. They may look harmless, but they have surprisingly high HP and can be difficult to defeat early in the game. Now that you've picked up an Estus flask shard, you can give it to the firekeeper to upgrade your Estus flask. This will increase the number of times you can use your Estus flask. Alright, that's it for today's video. Next time, I'll guide you through the first main adventure of the game. So stay tuned for the next video. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and drop a comment below. Your support and feedback really motivate me to make more videos. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.